Hey Queen, Rook, how you doing? Nice to see you in here, Queen. I haven't spoken to you for a long time. Well, I know we spoke a little while ago. Yeah, work's been shit and all that stuff, but yeah, nice to see you in here. What's up, Daniel? How's it going? Hey, thank you very much for the resub, man. Appreciate it. I'm actually coming on more these days, thanks to Dan. Apologies if you got the stream information. I think I left it set to that I was doing a Dan thing. Or maybe I cancelled it in time. I think I cancelled it in time for once. Yeah, no, it's all good, Queen. I know you've had a whole bunch of stuff going on. Life happens. Zeta World, come on, Stas. Yeah, all good, man. It's Friday. It's as good as it's possible to be. I've got some Doom Bar. No liquid hype tonight. I only get that when Dan comes over. But yeah, how's everyone's week been? How's everyone's Friday? Having trouble speaking. If you weren't in last night, me and Dan had a really, really good session. I think there was a Zeta song that we were going to work on, and in the end, I couldn't even find the project for it. And then we ended up just finding this completely random idea and just rolling with it. And it was really cool. Like, I don't know, it was just nice having someone there to like tell me to try things that I don't normally do, and make the whole process a bit more fun and less lonely. But yeah, it was really cool. It's up on VOD at the minute if you want to check out sometime what we got up to. But yeah, it came out really good. Shags, no meetings, putting out work fires so I could pay attention to stream today. Excellent. Glad to hear it, man. Is putting out work fires like a regular occasion for you then, or am I guessing this? Why do I feel like you work in IT or data? That sounds like a thing that has loads of meetings and fires. I might just completely made that up. But yeah, so for everyone that's in here already, Phoenix, nice to see you. I was told by Darth William earlier today that CD Projekt Red, CG Project, dude, I don't know what's wrong with my mouth today. CD. I've not even had a lot to drink. I've had that much. CD Projekt Red are doing a song submission. Is that Limmy? They're doing like a song contest thing. And while I appreciate that my chances of actually winning are very slim, because there's a lot of people that like Cyberpunk and a lot of people that write music, I figured it'd be cool to maybe bash out a few ideas on stream. I have a couple of things already that I feel might be good candidates. And even if not, Joel, how you doing? Even if not, we'll end up with some tracks I can use for something else, use for work, whatever. And then if work allow, dude, I read the word work and I said the word work. Please bear with me. I do know how to speak to a camera. If time allows, I also want to try out some Scorn later because that came out on Game Pass today, and I'm pretty excited about that because it looks really cool. Let's see. Yes, I'm listening to the Chill Hop Raccoon. It's the only music I listen to. So, got until November 30th, which is good. There's the Schecter's been working like really, really well. It was just a crossrod adjustment in the end, but I think I was a little bit too scared to adjust it as much as I needed to. And when it comes to that kind of thing as well, because I've never owned a neck through guitar, so I was kind of a little bit nervous, like, can I permanently damage it, whatever. And the place that does it, they're like right around the corner from me, so it kind of makes sense. I'm echoing. I don't know why. What about now? All good? Yeah, me too, man. I mean, yeah, so what it was is I was showing Dan a technique earlier for how to get loopback audio into non-ASIO applications. It's actually, for anyone that's watching that uses a Focusrite 3rd Gen, I was looking all over the control panel for this, and it's not here, it's not in the settings, whatever. And I kept reading tutorials online that were saying like, just choose loopback in like Skype or OBS or whatever. and it's not there. It's so not obvious. You have to right click on the little F for Focusrite and you go expose hide Windows channels. If you turn this thing on, loopback, that will then show up as an available input in any like normal Windows audio program. So if you're using like Zoom or Skype and you want to do like video lessons, say, to students, but have them hear like the playback from your DAW and stuff, then it will show up, which is really, really cool. I mean, at the moment I'm using, I use a plugin for OBS, it's called OBS ASIO, which basically does the same thing. It kind of gives you access to all of the additional inputs on your interface. But this thing is really cool because I could basically, I could enable all of these and I could have like, say, another mic plugged in and use this mic for sampling or vice versa. So yeah, really cool. So get inspired by the world of Cyberpunk 2077. Take part in our official music contest. So they haven't really given, I mean, it says, oh, you know, simply create a track inspired by the video below. They don't really give anything away. They kind of just tell you that they're looking for music. Do create your music in any style or genre. So I'm not going to do a gent track because it wouldn't fit. And we're done with that now. So I was basically going through some ideas and there was one that I found, and I literally only found the project for it just before I came on stream. But it kind of boils down to a few that I want to work on. So the first one, and you guys might have heard this before. Oh, too many windows. Is this thing, and it's a little bit like Gesaffelsteiny, but I've got some ideas for how I can make it like not that. And there's a whole bunch of stuff I've got to rework on it as well. This is MIDI guitar at the minute, by the way, so I'm going to replace all of this. So what I'm thinking, and I did actually talk to Dan about this earlier, because I would quite like it to be a vocal track. And I know Dan's been doing a lot of this kind of really monotone, like almost like spoken word stuff. So I want to get a second round of that with some layers stripped out, get Dan on it. And then I'm going to have a sort of guitar-y chorus that's kind of leaning a bit into the sort of like trashy, punky side of things. So that's primarily what I want to work on tonight. I also found some stuff in here. So we actually got a reference at work that was for Cyberpunk when it came out, because I think the Refused did some music for it. So the other route that I could go down is this proper like what's kind of already in the game sort of thing, or was in a lot of the marketing. This is like a proper demo, by the way. So just proper like dry drums, fuzzy guitars, all of that shit. But I'd need to redo this one because I don't know where the project is for it. Not too sure about this bit. The chorus is cool. Yeah, the bit after this, if go with this one. It's quite slow, kind of doomy, sludgy, so I don't know. But with vocals, I think it could be cool. So because there's quite a long time for the deadline, I think my plan is I'm just going to do a whole bunch of stuff and then just figure out which ones I like. But yeah, I think for tonight, I'm going to work on this one. So the first thing I need to do is kind of get this in order, because I can't even remember like how I made some of this. And like this drum loop is a loop, so I want to kind of remake that, do all the layers separately. Yeah. We can work on the arrangement first. So let's take out those kind of weird voice things, which I think is... Right, I also need to get all my tracks in order as well, because I don't know what anything is. So this thing, clap and hits. Into clap, snare. Yeah, I'm definitely going to redo that drum loop because I want access to all the bits inside it. So we'll just call this temp drum loop, as it is. Now this thing, what is this doing? This is attached to bass filler 1, whatever that is, which I think might be, let's see. Yeah, thought so. So antidote 2 is bass filler, and I think that's what's doing the little nice. That's a nice sound, isn't it? Bass filler automation. I find it really difficult to work if my stuff isn't in order. Like if I don't know what things are, it's like it's really difficult. This I think is the filter. Yeah, I'm going to replace that. Let's see. MIDI guitar. That's just a riser, so that can be grey. I like grey for my effects. Subtail boom. Tell you what, one thing working for a production music company, it's got me way more on top of my organization, because when it comes to exporting things, you just have to be so on it, like, and organized. Grindy riser. Ooh, that shook my room. Deep sub downer. Ah. And then that is nothing. Hey, Sevamara, how you doing, man? You were just in time to see me actually start doing some work. We are going to write some songs for the Cyberpunk music competition. I don't know why. Probably not going to get picked, but you don't know if you don't try. So, okay, and that's my side chaining, and we're good. So first thing I want to do is replace that guitar, that MIDI guitar, because it sounds a bit shit. where should we put this? Let's see. So I'm going to use neural as always. Let's maybe try one that I don't normally use. Try the Kali suite. Yeah, so what's going to happen is when this side chaining is on, it's going to duck out the first note of that. So I'll play the whole thing, but then side chain it. So yeah, I'll do that afterwards. Yeah, I kind of like doing the second half of that, kind of opening the notes up a bit. So then we'll create a dub track and then go in double. Ah, I forgot to do the open. Idiot. Okay, and then cut those off, and we'll put both of these in a group. The RG group, RG2, and then I think what I'll do is I'll just put the amp on the group channel, and then just pan these hard left, hard right, turn on stereo processing, and then you can use this one amp to control the tone for both takes. Says me. Why is that not working? So I'm going to put a little bit of cut some of the woolly shit out the dry guitar. So then what I should be able to do actually is I can grab there's a filter on the MIDI guitar somewhere. I swear it's on the MIDI guitar. Let's see. Filter. Oh, okay, I'll put it in there. So if I just shift drag that, it should then carry the automation with it, and then I can get rid of the MIDI track. There we go. Oh man, that sounds better. then for the chorus, I'm thinking doing something more like just straight up guitar-y. So if let's automate that filter so by default it's off, but for the intro and the verse it's on. And then that should mean, yeah, I just have like a normal guitar tone for that bit. And then just for tracking purposes, I will make a third track that's in the middle, so I'm not tracking hard panned. And then for this bit, we want to automate the side chaining down, if not off completely. And then break into another verse. That's kind of what I'm hearing anyway. It might not work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Break. That's kind of clumsy. Okay, and then we'll go to the double track. Ah. Again. So for now, I'm just going to reuse these drums, but like I think it's going to need like some kind of rocky drum element on it, because it sounds shit with those electronic drums. Ah. Think, yeah, the 16ths. I think that's too low, that note. So let's do it the octave up. And then for these little bass filler bits, I'll try putting that on the that sort of secondary bass track that does the kind of squelchy stuff. I mean, that might be too low. Let's try it an octave up. Also, I know what's wrong. There you go. I do have splice. So yeah, let's put those little extra bits. Maybe just, I want to keep the lowest note of that on. Onto bass filter. Ooh, that sounds cool. And then for this bit, we can just duplicate, put an octave up, and then do some crazy shit with the filter so it sounds like cool. It's going to make a lot more sense, I think, when the drums don't suck. Oh man, it sounds cool. How you can't Dead Space, but you will Scorn. Yeah, it's it looks like it's going to be horrible, but I don't mind doing it if I've got people with me to keep me company. It'd be funny if I last like fucking 5 minutes and then just have to quit. Like, oh no, guys, the stream's gone down. Missing that as well. Maybe because that oscillator modifier is on that second bit, it kind of makes it an octave up anyway, so... Yeah, it sounds cool. It does kind of feel like it's missing like some grunt in the bass, so... let's try doing some real bass. And then we'll put the Gajira octava on it and see if that works. Oh man, this arrangement is not good. Oh. But what are we thinking? So, ooh, almost had the beer over. Yeah, what are we thinking so far? Like vibe-wise, is it cyberpunky? I think it's quite cyberpunk. Right, so this is real bass input 2. And then we'll do Gajira just for the octava, but turn everything else off. Yeah, and then see what my normal bass preset sounds like at the end of that. Needs more drive and also more octave. And we'll put this on the sidechain bus as well. Ah, just chording over the guitar, dickhead. Ah. I think that sounds better. Maybe I feel like it's not really adding anything to those squelchy parts. So we'll just mute that and then just bring it down in the mix a bit. Ah. Yeah, I think that's done okay. I've got to sort these drums out though, because they kind of suck. So we'll do that. I don't know what kind of drums to use, to be honest. Just colour this before I forget. Well, we'll try Superior, but I'm going to layer it in with some other drums, like some electronic drums. That should sound cool. Let's see. Try duality. I only picked these up a little while ago, actually, and they're really, really good kits without an awful lot of processing on them. What we'll do is put these in a combinator. So a combinator is basically just like it's a container for MIDI and audio, so it kind of lets you stack different instruments together. So like a single preset can contain like loads of different instruments, and you can also build your own like front panel stuff. So if you kind of have instruments that you've made yourself, you can kind of assign those to macro controls on there. But for now, we don't need any. So just make that small. So that was very, very nonchalant blast beat. So I'm going to be really lazy and just chuck an OTT over the sort of acoustic part of this kit. Then we'll layer in this kind of drum machine type thing. And actually, yeah, no, all the audio can just run through this, maybe? We'll see. Can we substitute? Oh, drink water. Yeah, no, sorry, I don't have any water on me. Sorry. But yes, there is definitely water in beer. Right, so samples. I mean, ideally, I'd use the same kick that I'm going to use in the main thing. Something like that would be cool. Yeah, we'll use that. So now what should happen is that that's going to play at the same time as the acoustic kick plays. But the thing on this is because that drum pad stops at C1 or C0, whatever it is, and I've got two kicks. So what I've done is I've built myself a little MIDI utility called double kick and double snare. Basically, whenever it detects a B, you can kind of see it's going through different signal paths. So if it's a C, it goes to C. If it's a B, it goes to C. And I've done the same for the snare as well. And then snares. I mean, that might just sound good with the that kind of gated clap thing. Pardon me. But let's try that anyway. And then for the hat, we want that to be like fully open. Where is that? Hat. Open edge 4? Yeah, that sounds better than that kind of half-closed sound. I mean, this might sound like shit. I don't even know how it's gonna blend in yet. maybe let's put the high pass on these. It's a little bit like noisy in the high mids, but I'll sort that out somehow. So let's actually pull OTT down a bit on there and then just stack another one on the combination of the synth and acoustics. Hey, lovely. Thanks, Will. How you doing, man? I could potentially pull the acoustic kit out of the mix because I don't think it's... Yeah, I think it sounds better without. That sounds kind of okay. There's a lot of stuff going up on the top end that's kind of crowding a bit, so we'll address that. I think it's in the bass, this synth bass thing. Like it works good in the verse, but it clashes with the rhythm guitars. Ah! Keys are tiny. Nope. And then let's put a gain at the end of that. And then we can just mute that when the drum stops, so you get like a hard cut on the toms. Darth Willie Tark. Well, shit, I've already lost. Absolute nonsense, man. I really like your hard wave stuff that you've been posting in the server. Like, it to me it feels a bit more like on sound for what they're expecting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what you come up with. Darwin's swagger. I read that in the Dumb and Dumber guy voice. So you're telling me there's a chance? At least another layer here, but then there's going to be vocals, so it'll be fine. Yeah. I don't know what we thinking. Yes, I have saved, but it's still called Untitled, so I'm going to change that. Put this in D, project files, reason, Cyberpunk compo, and we'll call it A. Let's work on rebuilding that drum loop, and because I also want to get rid of that shitty tambourine that's in it as well. I can't even remember where I got the drum loop from. So let's use that same kick that we used for the sort of hybrid metal thing, which I think, yeah, it was that one. Dude, that would be... Actually, is that a thing? Can you actually do that? Although saying that could be bad, because like, what if I delete everything by accident and then someone saves? I feel like that system could lead to disaster. Okay, so I like that little percussion bloop. And we also need a clap. Maybe like one of these high snares would sound cool. Sai, I have the link here, and I'm pasting it in the chat. But pretty much the only rules are just that it's 2 to 3 minutes long. No profanity, I don't think. I'd say no profanity. Any style, and just go for it. I don't know if they say how many times you're allowed to enter. I could just do like 10 songs, but I feel like that would be cheeky. Right, so in here, I think there's some kind of like bleepy bloopy. Maybe it'd be under toms. Nah, that'd be too short. If I pitch it up, it'll just be like a blip. Conga, glitch, percussion. I swear they're in here somewhere. There's shakers. Huh. Is there no like 808 conga? Ah, there is. What else is in there? Open hi-hat. Can go on there. So let's see. Just pick at random. Actually, I think like a 909 hat would be cool. That snare doesn't fit. Maybe, yeah, maybe just a straight up a 909 clap would be cool. And we can like process it a bit and stuff. Nice. That little that thing in the back, like the clave or whatever it is, that sounds cool. That needs to be in there as well. So if I'll mute this, but I'll look at the waveform where the fill is. In fact, I think the only reason that I used that high pass filter on the original was to get rid of the kick, because obviously it was a baked in loop. So I can just take the kicks out. Well, this was actually an idea that I'd had lying around for a little bit. I couldn't find the project until about 10 minutes before I went on. I found it in this massive folder of like alibi work, like my day job stuff, which is also where I found the Zeta song from last night. So I need to go through and basically catalog everything, like just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm dealing with. I've obviously got my Reason projects since I've started, like on the new computer. And then there's these subfolders. Obviously, some only have like a couple of things in them, but most of them have sort of between, 5 and 6. Then there's a work folder. There's more stuff in here. And then there's Ableton projects as well, which I've not been keeping much track of. And then there's old data, Reason projects. There's all of these. And then there's sorted, which are all different categories. It's mental. Like, it's a ridiculous amount of projects. And there's probably some duplication in there and stuff as well, but I do want to get on top of it at one point. So I think the next time I'm not feeling particularly creative, I'm just going to like catalog. And because there's probably a lot of good stuff in there that's just, it's not ever going to get used. Yeah, so the only thing I've got to recreate now is that little... Doesn't need to be exactly that, but I do like that it's in there. Let's see. Yeah, that with some like reverb on it would be perfect. So what we can do, the reason I use this drum machine, like even though it's quite simple looking, is every sample slot has its own output jack on the back. So if you want to multi-track it, you just create new mix channels off the back, and then you've got all of your stuff, which is really cool. Don't need to do all of these, but it's just habit. So, where's it gone? Can I just like delete it or something? That was weird. Man, my keyboard's doing some funky stuff. It's like pressing keys on its own and all sorts of shit. Okay, so that is kick, clap, high perk, 109, clap, clave. So I think for that sound, let's put like a bunch of reverb on it, but with a really low mix, and then compress it. Yeah, I do use isotope. 9, I think, 9 standard. That high percussion thing. Needs some reverb on it. High percussion. Cool to have on this second one, every other clap will lead into it with like a reverse clap. That would sound cool. What I tend to do with that if I do like reverse hits is I actually scoot it across just a bit so that the transient is gone from the reverse. Then put snap back on, set it to the right length, and then you should get like a smoother... Yeah, sounds cool. So let's do that once every other snare. So, doop, doop. I'm still not convinced by the chorus. Something about it sounds off. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the real bass is not working in there, and I could just maybe do like a sub bass. Only for you, buy followers, viewers, and Prime on my Strum. I'm so slow at typing. QC, Max, Theo. Yeah, I know, I'm on it. Yeah, that's it. Get fucked, Max. Abandon. Is there like a quicker way to do that? Can you... Like, oh, you can probably just like right click or double click on a name. Can you do it that way? Yeah, you can. Okay, I was typing it like an idiot. Maybe what's not working is the those kind of like open hi-hats. I should probably keep that 909 offbeat hat going on top of that instead. So let's try that, because I'm not feeling it. Keep the crash in there. So then mute all the kicks, mute the claps, mute that thing. I think that sounds better. I don't know. It's quite short, so maybe just for that section, let's go 909 hat, put some delay on it, make it a bit more interesting. That makes absolutely no difference. We'll just leave it, it's fine. Let's try a layer of sub bass, either an octave under that synth or just in unison, because it's thin, I think, is the main issue. Ooh, nice. Sounds like a fart. If it's got the Will seal of approval, I'm happy. I don't like that synth. Let's do. The reason I'm using this is it has something called phase lock on it. So what you were hearing, the reason it sounded kind of off time is that the oscillator is kind of always running, and the only thing that's changing is when you're turning it on and off. So when it's tuned really low, if you're catching it at the wrong point in the phase of the oscillator, you get that effect of like a really messy start to the note. Whereas if you lock the phase in, so we say phase 0 degrees, it's the same every time. Let's try. I mean, you can't really hear that. Nope. I mean, it's in there. I can hear it. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna roll with that, and we'll get rid of the real bass, because I wasn't feeling that. Sub bass. Needs like another layer of guitar or something. That note, I think. Yeah, I'll sneak it in there. want to try something different for this this end bit. Super stoked to hear what Dan adds. Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff that he's been doing with the Zeta material, the newer stuff, like Sick to the Core and Power. Basically, if he just does it again on this, I think it will sound sick. I don't know if to do like a kind of manipulate these vocal sounds a bit. Let's see what we got. I need to get all my tracks together. Red. There you go. Yeah, I just want it all on one column. I can see what I'm doing. Okay. So for this thing, man, those drums sound so much better than the original loop. Let's see. C. Ooh, tell you what is kind of a cool effect. If you put a flanger and you set the modulation source to a synced sample and hold. A sample and hold is like a random square. It's like noise, but in a square shape. So that's doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So sync it to eighths. And then have the LFO control the flanger, put the feedback up. Ooh. What are we thinking? Hey, Jim. How you going? Been a whole last year, man. I found a recording of the first stream that I tried to do when I was just running my old Mac, and it was just like, it was so laggy, like I was pressing stop on the sequencer and it was doing it like 15 seconds later. That was a whole year ago. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. It's Friday night, no work tomorrow. Feeling pretty good, pretty happy. So I don't know if maybe to turn that on as an effect just for this. Maybe set it to like. That sounds cool. So that's like a really long reverb. I think it's like a 60-second decay time. And then we'll just bring in the wet mix for that at the end of every whatever. So like... So I think maybe here would be a good place. Where is it? Oh, it's here. I don't know why it's put it there for some reason. That's dumb. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how that sounds. Maybe for that, because that chuggy guitar sound, it works cool for the intro and like that filtered bit in the verse, but it's a bit too scrapey for the chorus. So I'm gonna try doing a different tone. So call this chorus RG1 and chorus RG2, and then color them so I can find them. I'll do this light olive. Move to a bus. Where does it put the RG group? Very weird stuff going on with the track ordering. So right, these all belong together. And then these belong together. There you go. Chorus RG group. So let's try something a bit more like that's a layer guitar. Yeah, something a bit more kind of fuzzy rather than like a grindy sort of distortion sort of sound. Wow. Okay, pan hard left, pan hard right. Flipping a bit, but it's fine. Don't really care. Let's try. I think I do actually have like a proper fuzz unit. That sounds like shit. Try a different one. Yeah, I guess that nothing's stopping me from just blending it, maybe. Let's see. An easier way to... Because I don't want to have it on... Yeah, okay. So let's go into the mixer. Go on here, right-click, create parallel channel, and then we'll grab the rhythm tone from RG group and put that on the parallel channel, and then we can sort of blend it in a bit. See how that works. Parallel, show inserts. Okay. Control, Shift, drag. That's how it was before. I think that sounds cool. Will, do it. Don't go to bed. Start your track. So I want there to be a section after this that's something different, and then leading into that, we're going to have like a riser. So I think the way I'm going to do that is, let's see. Okay, and then we'll do a sweep up from 0 to 100. Put a tiny bit of a curve in it. And then what I think I'll try is let's put loads of reverb on it. Yeah, damage is cool. Really cool. Okay, so we'll just sequence that in, I think. I think it would make more sense to have it so it's always... yeah, always on. And then I can sequence in the off. So if I go into 16ths. This might work, might not. I don't know. So maybe for that bit, we could just leave it on. I think that sounds pretty cool. So where are we at? We're only halfway through. 1 minute 44. Go back to this. And then into like a different section. I don't know what yet. Yeah, 1 minute 50 fade out. I'm going to turn that this effect off for that bit, and then bring it in for the second one. Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes, darling. That sounds better. Turn the big snare off for the bit that's going to have vocals on it. Ooh, we're getting there. We are getting there. So let's grab all of the drums. What is this mute out? Oh, okay, yeah. I know what that's for. So grab all of the drums from the chorus. And then nothing else. Also, this should be red. Don't know why it's not red. I don't know what it wants to do. I know that it's going to finish on the chorus. Yeah, just machine gun. Google's Dino Cazares. Mate, what's going on? What is this? Get out. Mods, ban Darwin Sweat. Time him out. It's kind of off-putting. Let's just turn that off temporarily. I don't know, just something simple like that, because I don't want to do anything too, like, distracting. I don't know, we'll just try that out, see if it works. I kind of like how it sounds down there, though. Follow me. We're doing the Cyberpunk competition song entry thing. One of a few ideas I'm going to work on. I'm just seeing where it goes. I'm going to get Dan doing some vocals on this one as well, because I think it would work really well. Welcome, Jedimon. Thank you. Not entirely sure what I'm doing yet, but it's coming. It's getting there. Ooh, and then maybe we could do some cool processing with the dry guitar to kind of make it go screwy for that end bit. I wonder how that would sound with that combined tone that we're using for the chorus. Like shit. So yeah, skip that. So if we, on the RG group, let's try like a ring mod or something. Can subs link? I don't know. How do you mean, Darwin? Is that a Twitch thing? Right, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's enough people in here to warrant being careful. But if that ever changes, I'll probably turn that off. Yeah, Duff. I can't remember exactly what's going on, but we can take a look. It's been a while. Why doesn't that come through? Probably because there's side chaining, so I'll turn that off. That sounds shit. Keep it simple. But yeah, just for that bit, bass filler. Oh, it doesn't have oh no, it does have sidechain on it. Yeah, let's turn it down. I know this is kind of like getting a bit bogged down in the details, but I want that to come through. So where is it? Where is it? Bass, slam, bus. And let's put that up near bass filler. Wow, it was really worth it. Okay, I want to listen to how it's feeling. Maybe like a guitar thing could go there, like a really weird guitar solo or something. I don't know. Let's see. left the fucking ring mod on. Yeah, okay. That bass filler could be a tiny bit quieter, maybe. Better transition there as well. Nice. I think leave that out. This is going to happen again at the end. Well, it's 2 minutes 44. The layout's good. It just needs something cool in this bit. So let me try something. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jedi. Or just something weird. I want something really weird. I want something like microtonal, but I don't know how to do it. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Still using pod farm. On me. I could try it. Let's see. Cheer up. Quite a good pitch shift of that, you know. I think it's probably the best one I've tried in software. I also want to try the ring mod trick again. So if I tune it to How would you do this now? Sweeper to dry. Follow frequency. Hey! I'm Carbomb now. Oh man, that is way too much fun. No, seriously though. Told you. Told you it would work. That sounds really cool. So let's get rid of the little baby because we don't need it. I think just that last one was right, but I still want something that's like an actual guitar solo. So maybe this is just like another texture. So I know I went through all that hassle of like actually recording a guitar part for this, but I think I should just use the because otherwise it's too busy. That's better. Still trying stuff out. Try this. Get the pitch shifter in.